Hello everybody, this is the Twins of Destruction here, back with another video, and today we're going to be discussing the rumors surrounding a new Justice League game that is reportedly being made by Rocksteady Studios, who previously made the Batman Arkham games. Now, this leak has been around for a while. Previously it was rumored to be known, that they were making a Superman game, but no word has come out officially on that. Now another rumor came out that they're making a Justice League game. This is from 4chan, so take it with a grain of salt, but I do believe that it is somewhat interesting given their recent job listings as multiplayer testers and just testers in general throughout the past months and even a year or so. So I'm going to read most of this 4chan post and leave it up to your interpretation of what you guys think is actually going on at Rocksteady Studios, because I believe they said they are going to be releasing or announcing their next game in early 2019. So I'm assuming it would be E3 2019. So this 4chan post reads that the possible titles could be Justice League Crisis, Justice League New Crisis, Justice League Infinite Crisis. So it could be something to do with Crisis. It's going to come out in the Xbox Scarlet, PS5, and PC, because those are the rumored next-gen consoles. Apparently it's going to be single-player and co-op, and you can switch between characters like in Arkham Knight. If you don't know, Arkham Knight, in some story mode missions, you can switch between Robin and Batman. The campaign can be played both ways, but there's also a different game mode catered to multiplayer. So it could be played single player or co-op, and then there's a completely separate multiplayer mode. There also is going to be a ton of DLC content, and it's going to be similar to Hitman with episodic DLC. All the characters in the main game will be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash. He says he's pretty sure it's Wally, and Green Lantern, Hal, Cyborg, and Aquaman. Cities will be Metropolis, Gotham, Keystone, why it's probably Wally Flash, and more others through DLC. He claims that each city is a bit bigger than Arkham Knight and just as detailed. The big bad of the main game is supposedly Starro, and as the DLC rolls out, you can see Brainiac and Darkseid as more villains. Apparently, according to the story, the heroes are early on in their careers. Batman is still considered an urban legend to anyone outside of Gotham. Superman isn't the world protector yet, and Wonder Woman is still in Themyscira. Aquaman is still in the sea. Green Lantern is in space, and Wally isn't even a hero yet. DLC characters will be Green Arrow, Hawkgirl, Martian Manhunter, and probably a lot more. So, getting into my thoughts on all of this, I don't really know the capabilities of the next-gen consoles yet, obviously. But having 3 or so cities that are a bit bigger than Arkham Knight City and just as detailed seems a bit of an overstretch to me, as well as having all of the entire Justice League being playable at once. You can apparently switch off. I doubt you're going to start the game, choose Superman, and play the whole game as Superman. So that's just kind of iffy there, kind of fishy. Then it goes into the question of, is this in the Arkham universe? Because spoilers for Arkham Knight, it's been out for 3 years, but whatever. Batman supposedly killed himself at the end. He blew up Wayne Manor. And the end of the actual game, like the main ending, shows another Batman stopping criminals in Crime Alley. But it looks like he's using some sort of fear toxin. Now, for those of you who also don't know, Azrael also told Batman that he will be picking up his place as Batman. So could this next Batman be Azrael? Could it be Bruce Wayne, who faked his death? There are also signs all throughout Arkham Knight that say fly to Metropolis and run to Keystone. So was that building up to a bigger universe. Also in Arkham Knight, there are Lex Luthor's phone calls about trying to merge his company with uh, Wayne Tech. And in Arkham City, you can hear Hugo Strange on the phone talking about moving the Arkham City model of a city full of prisoners to places like Metropolis and Keystone. So, if this rumor is true and they're building a Justice League video game with all these cities and all these locations and places and people to play as, then maybe it kind of makes sense because they've kind of been building up this story for a while with all these people and places. There was also some in Arkham Knight, some Easter eggs like Queen Incorporated. There was some emails or chat messages from Batgirl to Hawk, so the other birds of prey like Black Canary and Huntress. Lastly, the idea of Starro being the main villain is kind of interesting, considering in Arkham Knight's DLC, the Batgirl DLC, A Family Matter, there was a Starro Easter egg, which I'll play the clip here, provided by this YouTuber, which I'll credit him in the description as well as on screen. Now, this could just be a fun Easter egg to put Starro in the game, but most of the other Arkham games had Easter eggs that led up to their next game. In the game Arkham Asylum, there was an Easter egg inside of a hidden room that hinted at blueprints for Arkham City. In Arkham City, there was a hidden barge that was carrying insects, hinting at the fear toxin being made for Arkham Knight. And the rumor has it that in Arkham Knight, the DLC with Batgirl, there is the hidden Starro. So, could this be another hidden Easter egg to their next project, or could it be just a bunch of fun, considering Starro is a weird and very memorable villain, but it just kind of makes sense because there's also a poster that talks about an event in a circus to watch a guy being mind controlled by a star. So if you take that into account with the Starro in the test tube, I don't know, it kind of adds to some story elements. My thoughts on all this, personally, I'm not too sure. I'm not going to take this rumor very hardly because it still is a rumor. And I personally would more like a Superman game. Kind of making a Justice League game makes it more spread out. You can't have as much detail between the characters because you have to voice all these characters and give all these locations and all these places. So those are just my thoughts. We're going to have to wait and see until they announce their next game. Maybe they'll drop more hints online or through social media. We're going to have to wait and see. But if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. Tell me in the comments what you think down below. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Reddit. We post on there every now and then. And even Facebook. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.